Yo, 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 Surreal Talk Radio, your man, Calico the Surrealist on WPRK 91.5 FM Winter Park, kicking it at the dark with our special guests. Yes, indeed, man, we got a hot show lined up tonight. We're going to set things off with my surreal topic of the day. Got music from around the way. We got the throwback track, and my favorite part over all of that, the pump it or dump it. Y'all get to call in, talk to us about the music we playing and everything we saying right here on Surreal Talk Radio. All right. Special guest chilling with us tonight. This sister right here, she's a singer, a songwriter, Grammy-nominated, platinum-selling, beautiful woman, still doing her thing. We got the one and only Miss Karyn White. Hey, hey.
Hey, hey. What's up?
Hey, man. Thank you. First of all, I want to thank you so much for doing our show and, helping us grow our platform. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. All right, cool. So I want to jump right into it. I know you've been doing your interviews today. I want to get right into it with my surreal topic of the day, right? And let's see. So surreal topic of the day, we want to talk about the next chapter. We want to talk about what's next for Karyn White. She's got new music, so y'all get to hear it here first. Touring all around the world, not only as an artist, but also, as a entrepreneur and now a film producer, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Film producer, executive producer. I've been doing it all. I've been tapping into, all the arts and having a great time. We have a movie on Tubi right now, Gale and Storm. And I also have a movie that I'm acting in called Georgia Peach, coming out on Apple TV. So I'm excited about 2026.
Yes, indeed. We're going to get into it. All right, cool. So I want to start off by asking you, how would you describe, where you're at right now artistically?
Oh, wow. I'm in my bag. Look, I'm in my bag right now artistically. It's really fun because I haven't produced anything and sang anything new since 2017. So I love where I'm at. It's in I'm planning on, releasing probably another single, maybe every 3 months. And I'm excited about live music and retro soul is what I'm going to call my projects.
Okay. All right. Cool. So let me talk about, some of the focuses right now that you, probably on your radar. I'm guessing here maybe ownership, independence, creative freedom, just like basically your purpose these days.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. Those are all definitely being an artist right now. Those are the best parts, because being a legacy artist, now I am the label, having, platforms, to promote our music, to promote our TV. So just the freedom to do it, just going directly to the fan base, building your fan base and securing a fan base that I've had and growing it. So I'm excited about touring, getting back out here, and that's really what's keeping me going these days.
Right. Okay. So yeah, basically so all those things that I listed there, kind of tell me the top priority, like what's most important. I'm thinking ownership, right? Like,
Oh yeah. Ownership. You're right.
Okay.
Definitely being, owning your everything, your IP, your masters. That's the beautiful part about the entertainment industry right now. Like I said, and it doesn't really cost as much to create now, with the music and film. We were able to use college students from Morehouse, award winning. So we were able to do this film, for a fraction of what somebody would even spend on a video. So the beautiful part is that, we want to keep building that content and ownership and licensing it out. And this is all something that is doable, right? We don't need permission from anybody. Somebody can tell us, what to do. In that sense, we can, we have the freedom to just really paint and be creative.
Right. Okay. So let's talk about ownership for a minute here. Basically, like, at this stage of the game, what does this mean to you? You know, with the industry done changed, you know, so much, the music industry, you know, what advice would you give like an up and coming artist today that's trying to get like that legendary status like yourself?
Ooh, I would say an up and coming artist. Well, first, I would say definitely understand the times, and the beautiful part is that you have so much music out here, and you have a lot of places to land the music with film, with TV, you know, not just thinking about the music on the radio, but films. And I would just definitely say, um, oh yeah. And then I would also tell her to read a book by Amanda Palmer called The Art of Asking, whereas people, you know, are helping her fund her dreams, and, you know, it's just creating a fan base that will help you every step of the way, not just, you know, putting out music. It's bigger than that. And in today's world, we all can create our own niche audiences. So, and that's the best part, is that you don't have to get the world, just get your niche audience. That's very important.
Okay, I'm gonna be a little more brutal than you then. So I'm thinking, like, you know, these artists, they really need to like stop trying to like piggyback off the next one. It's like so many people, you know, people love to follow these trends. Like they really need some tips on longevity, and, you know, being that you've been in the game forever, like for so long, what can you say, you know, so far as like tips for longevity? Because this is like everybody's just like copycatting each other, and it's like the music is very microwave.
Oh, okay. Look, you said that, not me.
Right,
But
right.
I don't want to say it. But yeah, you know, it just depends on which, you know, of course, it's all based on, you know, some people are doing well doing the cookie cutter stuff. But for longevity, you got to take some risk. And, you know, you want to be, to me, authentic for sure. There's a girl out here, Ray, who is out from London, and she's amazing. She was a songwriter, young songwriter for 7 years, wrote for Beyonce and other artists. And she finally had to leave the label because they wouldn't let her put out music. They just wanted her to keep writing for others. So you got to bet on yourself. And that's very important, is that you know, sometimes you have to get out of the comfort zone of what feels safe to go after your dreams, because it's not, people think it's a very easy thing to do. It's really not, because it's like you have to bet on yourself.
Yeah.
Even with me, I'm got a record out right now. It's costing me, you know, I have to spend money, and you know, just know that that's business. You know, even in the music business, sometimes you gotta just bet on yourself.
I love that answer. I love it. You know, a lot of artists these days are gravitating towards this independent approach. A big part of that is, you know, streaming and social media. What are your views on, you know, today streaming and social media?
Oh, I love social media. Thank God, because otherwise, you know, I wouldn't really have a place, you know, for my fans to connect with me. So, and I use it, you know, I let them, you know, see what I'm doing. And I think it's an advertisement. So, streaming, you know, of course, the streaming sales aren't really, I don't think it's fair, because, you know, we don't get, what is it? How much is it? Like, we get like a penny.
Yeah, I think it's less than a penny. Yeah.
Less than a penny. Yeah. So we really know that streaming isn't really much, but I guess it helps. You know, the main thing with us today is touring and getting in front of brands, writing songs that a brand could see, like, wow, oh, I could use that song, you know, in my commercial. So
yeah. And by the way, for everybody listening right now, I need you to go right now and run these streams up for this new Karyn White song we're going to drop tonight. Y'all make sure y'all run those streams up. But back to the interview, releasing music independently, versus like earlier in your career with the labels and stuff like that. Would you say it's harder, in your opinion, to release music independently?
Well, actually, Warner Brothers, a big machine. It was actually harder because to be signed, you're competing against not only your label, but, just to even get signed. So that was all, that was pretty tough. I'm not going to say it was easy to get my deal, but today's, you have to do everything yourself. I love it because I'm a self-starter and finisher.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the fact that I'm betting on me. And if I win, I win. I don't have to, pay the record company. But I don't mind, I know that a record company advances you and that's business. And as long as you make the proper deal, it could make sense for some people to have a distribution deal. And so it's all perspective. But I love, some people just don't love doing all that work. But,
right.
but I love it, every aspect, because I love the marketing behind it. I feel like, I can make the shots if I don't like this photo, if I don't like this image, if this is not the sound I want. Because a lot of the labels will probably, this is the sound, they go with the trend. Whereas if you want to break the trend, like with me, like what I'm doing with You're Gonna Want Me Back, it's very musical, it's different for me, it's retro. I love it. So I just get to bet, but I'm not just doing what I think is cool. I'm doing my research. So it's not me relying on somebody else to tell me what the streets want or what my audience wants. So that's the beautiful part, is that I really feel like I can tailor make something for my audience.
Right. Okay. Man, I'm going to be another bad boy Calico on this one. I'm thinking, anybody can upload music these days. So it's kind of like, in my opinion, it's kind of like we got to shave off a lot of the fat. Do you see it that way or no?
Look, they ain't hurt nobody. Let them do it. The cream rises to the top.
There it is.
So really, that's how. I don't give a damn. You can upload, we could be on Tubi, you could be everywhere. The cream, it's great. Good is good. And we know good. So,
hey,
I guess there's a place for everybody.
For sure. Okay. All right, cool. Listen, everybody knows you as the Superwoman.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask you, how has your music evolved since this mega hit? How's your music evolved since the Superwoman song?
Well, it's evolved with me, because you better be evolved or you're gonna be left behind. So I definitely, appreciate where I'm at in art right now, but I'm not afraid to push it culture forward. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not trying to write Superwoman Part 2. Yeah. I understand, like with this is my way of saying that. You gonna want me back. That's the grown, sexy way of telling, Yeah. I'm not, because when I said I'm always going to speak for women. That's who I am, because that's not a gimmick.
Yeah.
So I feel like this music I'm doing is, for the culture. It's, it's definitely musical, live instruments. Mm-hmm. And I'm proud to, hope to bring back that. I'm not going to say real music, because that would be judging others, but I want to bring back live instrumentation, horns, and just, what I grew up on, some of the greats, the retro feeling of a, Earth, Wind and Fire type track. So it was really cool to put these horns, because we put horns on the track, and all I could think about was like, wow, this reminds me of Earth, Wind and Fire. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's definitely jazzy. I'm gonna get to that for sure. One last question about the Superwoman though. Is it hard to top that record, or is that something you don't even try to do?
Oh, you don't really, you can't really try to top something. You just, because that was the time, and I'm blessed to, have that in my legacy. Shoot, you probably only get one Superwoman. That's a timeless anthem. So you just, you have to just keep being creative. And the beautiful part is it's changed. Like music, I don't even know if they would even want to even, like jazz. We don't even listen to jazz anymore, like in this generation. So you just got to change. You got to know, you got to just go with the flow. And like I said, not necessarily, like there are people that know how to still have a youthful way about themselves, say it in a way that's very youthful. It just got to be smart and clever, because at the end of the day, it still is a business.
Right.
And, the young folks, in entertainment industry, the young folks rule it. I mean, that's just how it's always been, right? It's like, so you just gotta, don't lose yourself. Still keep, I think still keep who you are, but just keep growing and keep evolving as an artist.
And that's where I want to go with this next question. How do you maintain, with the music business forever changing, the industry, entertainment business changing, how do you stay Karyn White? How do you stay authentic?
Oh man, because nobody can be your story. You got to just know who you are. And like, I'm a good example of it. To me, I look at the artists, like some of my favorites, I like Solange, I like Snow Allegra, some of the girls, Donald Glover, of course I love Kendrick and SZA, and I'm not trying to be them, but I can, it's all energy. So it's about the vibe. So that's what I really understand when I'm writing. I'm like, it's got to have, the vibe that is something that is a timeless vibe. Even when we listen to like a lot of Kendrick's tracks, I mean, he's with Luther and the other song, some other songs that he has, he's borrowing from the 80s and 90s. So just being creative with the arts, and Tyler the Creator, just being creative, because some of the best music is Motown and that whole feel. So I think I always try to borrow from the past and then keep, some from the present, and then you're right in the middle. You know what I mean? Because to me, a lot of those artists that I talked about that are popular, they are definitely borrowing from the past as well.
For sure. Yeah. All right, so let's talk a little bit about, career and legacy. I had a group tell me, and I'm not going to say no names, but I had a group tell me, fans don't want to hear new music. They want to hear the hits that they grew up on. Is this something that you agree with or not? Oh,
yeah. No, I agree. Majority, yeah, when they come, that's why you got to keep evolving and evolve and get new fans, too. Yeah. And you introduce them to, because definitely when they come, a lot of my shows, they want to hear the hits. Because radio has changed. I don't even know if most people listen to radio. Right. So it's an interesting place right now. It's just got to be great, and it's and you just got to keep evolving with a younger fan base. Because to me, I feel like I'm 35, so I'm like I found like I'm getting younger fans coming to my show more and more, and that's through my fashion, through my swag. So you just gotta be creative in your look, and it's just more than, because music is art and fashion and all of it's all together. So I think for me, I like to just evolve and incorporate a youthful energy about myself as well. I mean, that's if you want to play the game, because this, like I said, it's music business is not it's a young person's game. So yeah. I mean, and the ones that look at Patty, she's still stuck around. Patty's very youthful. You get around Patty, she's, she knows what's up, Shaka, they stood the test of time, Stephanie. Yeah. So, and those, just keep a youthful spirit. And then being in the business, you should know what's going on anyway. As a legacy artist, if, you kind of keep up with, not necessarily, you just got to at least know what's going on, right?
Yeah. Because I was going to ask, do you even try to make music for, folks that's in their 20s and things like that?
No, I'm not trying. I don't write a song and go, oh, I want them. Yeah. I just use like I said, my formula. It's going to be some retro, some some today, and just based on like the artists that I'm inspired by. But mainly I'm going to go back because I think the best music, and I don't care what era, is the 70s and the 60s. They had the best music to me.
Gotcha.
So for me, that's where I'm born. And then like I said, and then even the young artists are doing that. They understand the best music was from that era. So really, why I don't need to try to do what they're doing, because they know to go to the well of the 60s and 70s, because that's the greatest music. That was Motown and stuff. That man, you can't beat that music. Mm-hmm.
It's crazy because I interviewed Tiny from Escape, and we
dope.
Yeah, her and I, we agreed that you guys' era was the best. The 90s, the 80s.
You think so? Oh, really? Yeah. You think so?
Yeah, that's what we think. You know what I mean? I really do.
Oh, no, I don't. I don't think so. Okay. I appreciate it, but no, I wouldn't. Yeah, that 70s was something else.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, for me. them they were woo. And I'm gonna say, of course, it evolved. Of course, and I love our era. Don't get me twisted, but maybe she's talking about out of the young. Let me just stay out of it. Gotcha. Let's go to the next question.
Next. All right, cool. So you still touring, around the world and everything. How does the connection feel after so long? Obviously, you still love what you're doing, but how does it feel to perform today?
Ooh, I love it. When you're a grown woman singing and performing, and because you just, when you know who you are authentically and you ain't out there with no trepidation of what somebody thinks, and you're free, that's amazing. When you're free on stage and you can, sing from your soul and tell your stories about, your life. And because before I wasn't telling my story, I was still living it. But now when I sing these songs, they have a whole nother meaning, because when I can really say what it means to be a superwoman when I'm singing these songs. You know what I mean? I'm not just singing a song. I can tell you something, and it's just more relatable and it's fun. So I love it right now. And I have so much energy, like Tina Turner. So I'm all over the stage and people are like, what in the world? How do you have that energy? So for me, it's actually fun. It's really fun because they get to experience wow, she's still got it. And, so it's great because I take care of myself, and I'm proud to be able to do it on a high level, like James Brown and Prince and Michael and Tina.
Yes, indeed, man. Listen, I love that for you. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm listen, I'm a super fan.
Oh,
let me stick to this script though. The film. Let's talk about the film, Gale in the Storm, right? Streaming on Tubi. You were the co-writer, executive producer, and a star in the film. Yeah, so this movie is kind of based off your life somewhat, right?
Oh, yeah. The movie's based off my life. Let me tell you right quick. It's about a legendary funk singer who steps away from the business, and she leaves the business, hooks up with a revolutionary music producer, and he tries to talk her back into being back in the business. That's my story, because that's exactly what happened. I left the business and all that. So it's really a dope film based on, some characters in the music business. It's a band. Gail has a band, and that they're the Storm. And it's a music film. So the songs are based on like the 70s. So they have like that kind of neo soul 70s vibe. And we're really proud of our film. We were able to shoot it, for under $30,000. We used college students from Morehouse, award winning. And once I shot this film, trust me, I'm telling you, I felt like I could do anything. And, it just made things simple to me. I was like, oh, why do people have to spend millions? You know what I mean? I didn't feel intimidated to do anything, because I've done it. And a film is a lot of people say they want to do it, but they never have. So it made me feel like a real superwoman. I was like, oh, I got this. So now I've been, working with other artists, and not other artists, but other producers, and, going to be doing more executive producing in that sense. And also behind the scenes, and just like I said, doing all of that. That's
Yeah.
the fun part now. Just doing everything that I want to do.
Yeah, this is a huge check mark on this chapter of your life right here, this film producer.
Hmm.
Interested to know, take me back to the motivation for it. Like
Oh,
what I mean by that is, like, why did you choose to convey your story this way and like at this time?
oh, okay. Well, it was time. We were in Los Angeles, my business partner and I, Derek Muhammad. We were auditioning and acting classes, and we just decided to let's do our own project. And inspired by people like you that are bloggers and YouTubers and people that have their own radio shows, taking not, there was no reason for us not to be able to do it. Technology was to that we could do it affordably, and we felt like it was time to tell a little bit of that story, because it came to us, pretty easily to write, and I felt like this would be something that I could do authentically as my first feature film. Because when you do something, you want to. For me, is the fact that it was relatable to my life. It was an easier story for me to sell and to star in.
Is that okay? I can follow you 100% on that.
Yeah.
Can we expect more movies from you, or is this something you just kind of had to get off your chest?
Oh, no, no, no. I love it. I love the business. I just want to make sure that I'm able to make money at it. So,
Yeah.
and just, not even it being me writing it. I would love to just tell, some documentaries we're talking about possibly doing of artists and things like that. I just love, celebrating artists, the arts, and just keep pushing the culture forward. So
Yeah.
anything, that does that, I'm pretty much going to want to do it. And it doesn't, it's just, I challenge myself to just keep growing and keep getting, keep reaching out. Yeah, keep doing more things that I've never done. So.
And I swear that was my next question. What was the biggest challenge for you doing film producing?
Oh, the biggest, biggest challenge. Let me see. Probably starring in it and singing at the same time. Because when in my film, I'm in the studio, so everything was live. Like, we shot it all, like, because we didn't have a huge budget. So when you don't have a huge budget, you have to be creative. So, and we couldn't spend a lot of time. So as I'm in the studio singing these songs that Gail Storm is in the studio singing, we have to do it in one take. Like, things have to move because we don't have time. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that was just the biggest challenge, is just being, you had to be professional. We had to know everything. It was like, rehearsed, because we didn't have a big budget like Hollywood. So we had all of our actors, everybody, we were rehearsed, and, budget was the biggest challenge.
Yeah, I want to dive into this thing and dissect it about, did you take acting classes and all of that, but for the sake of time, I want to get some more of this heavy stuff in. Let's talk about, so you kind of took the Tyler Perry approach to this, fully self-financed, kind of like what you're doing with the music these days, independent. Yeah, which I think is, great for established artists, because, you've worked so hard to make a name for yourself, that now this just makes sense. Let's talk about this new single, right? You're Gonna Want Me Back. First question I gotta ask you is, are you sending a message to somebody in this song, or are you just being, or are you just being creative? Like, what's up with it?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Maybe I am, or maybe I'm not.
Here we go.
Look, it could be a double entendre. Like, you gonna want me back? All kind of ways, right? In the music business and relationships. But I'm a superwoman, so I'm always coming from a perspective of, being your best version of who you are. So I know in relationships that, women, we love, we we really give our all. And once you walk away from something, don't feel guilty about it, because you gave your all, and they gonna want you back, in other words. So it kind of gives you, like, lets you walk away with your head held high, even if it's going to have to end. It's like, even for the gentleman, it could be a guy saying the same thing. Like, I know I was the shit. So it kind of, it's the flip to that of, just a great subject matter. I thought it would be women have telling me, like, this is the grown woman's anthem. I'm like, okay, I love it.
Hey man, you handled the hell out of that question. Listen, I love it when I talk to these industry and these celebrities and they handle a question like that. I just love it.
Woohoo! Thank you.
Yeah, man. Well, I read somewhere, nowadays you're speaking to grown women who've lived, loved, lost, rebuilt, and kept going, right? So I want to plug this in though. This is from me. The last time I talked to you, I told you, how your music, it also impacts the fellas, right? Yeah, I remember I was 10 years old when I first heard the Superwoman song.
Oh, this is who I'm talking to?
Yes.
Oh my God, I remember that. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I was just, I was telling you, how I remembered it. It sparked my interest in understanding how just understanding how women feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay, well anyway, you're gonna want me back. Let's get back on track. What are you hoping, folks will take away from this record here? Of course, we want it to be up there with Superwoman and Secret Rendezvous, The Way You Love Me, Romantic, all of that. But what do you hope people take away from this?
Shoot, I mean, I can't say that I want it to be up there. It's today. First and foremost, I want them to be proud that I'm even in the business putting out music. A lot of my fans are just thankful that, I'm not just sitting on my legacy. So, but for the music, I want them to be proud that I'm bringing back, beautiful music that is timeless. I'm not trying to compete with my legacy, even though it probably would be competing with it. But I'm not. I'm really not. I want them to accept me for who I am today, and this is the story I want to tell. And I'm sure that they wouldn't want me to make Superwoman Part 2 because that was 35 years ago. You know what I mean? And y'all, even though people always say, get back with Babyface, I'm like, y'all don't even buy Babyface. Babyface had a record out, a few years ago, and nobody, was tripping on it. So, like,
yeah,
you can't, you know what I mean? Like, don't say that you want this combination, because you have to change with the times. So yeah. I'm just hoping that they would, find themselves in it and just appreciate the art, honestly.
Okay, well, listen, I know you had a long night, a long day promoting and everything, so I'm going to wind this down. But I want to know, is there an album coming? Is this like a, promo for an album or, anything like that? Or is it just one single?
No, it's not one single. I do have 3 songs so far. I probably will wind up doing an EPK, but I'm letting the spirit just guide us, because this music has been really beautiful and amazing that we've been putting out, and I'm excited about the direction. So I don't want to put out just stuff, you know what I mean? It's got to be great. So I'm hoping that God will bless me with some more good, something to say, you know what I mean? It's like, What you got to say? Is it the right time? Sometimes you just, it's just God don't have nothing to say, so you just sit down, So I'm hoping, based on these last 3 things, I'm really excited. So I'm going to say yes, EPK.
For sure. All right. I definitely want you to introduce this song, before we get up out of here. But the Karyn White Foundation, definitely want to plug that in right quick before we get out of here. I give you your shout outs and stuff like that. But tell the people about the Karyn White Foundation.
Oh, the Karyn White Foundation, supporting, empowering women in business, and wanting to have a conference, Superwoman Conference, annually, giving away grants. And so if you are a woman that is trying to maybe get in business and been in business, having a tough time, even if you're not, you need to come and learn about financial literacy, spirituality, how to deal in business, all the things, how to keep, maybe you're stuck and need some inspiration. So this is a place for us to come together. And I'm looking to have my first annual conference, hopefully in 2026, and I give away grants. So if this is you and you fit this description and you are interested, sign up at the KarynWhiteFoundation.com, as well as if there's anyone out there that wants to donate to the foundation that helps women be the superwoman that's in them.
Yes, indeed. I love it. I love it. All right. I want to give you time to give your shout outs, any social medias you want to drop, any upcoming shows you want to let the people know about. Of course, we're going to, introduce this song on the way out. But yes, so shout outs.
Oh, hey. Okay. Yes, you guys. First and foremost, please follow me at KarynWhite.me. That's KarynWhite.me for everything. That's my world. And y'all can really reach me there first. And next would be on IG. I'm on IG at Karyn White Official, Facebook, Karyn White Official. And go to my YouTube, Karyn White Official. You get to see all my videos and all the things, the projects that I'm working on. And definitely sign up because, like you said, you never know. This is a channel. We talked a lot about artistry. We talked a lot about just, not just being in music, but in film. So if that's you too, you never know. I, may have auditions and you may be able to audition for one of the films that I will be producing as well. And also the Karyn White Foundation.
All right. I love it. I love it. I personally want to give a shout out to Miss Tanya Holly and Mr. Derek Mohammed, for blessing me up with this interview right here.
Aww.
Yes, indeed.
I didn't know. So Tanya, oh, great. So, Calico, yeah. So when was before I go, when was the last time we talked? What?
This was probably about maybe a year ago, I want to say.
Oh, a year. Okay. Yeah. No. Oh, good. Well, you sound good. Everything going okay for you?
Hey, man, I'm doing great. Even better now.
Good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, let's get up out of here. I know you got to lay it down and all of that.
Yeah. Okay.
But listen, this was Karyn White on Surreal Talk Radio. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Y'all follow us on social media. Check us out on Calico Surrealist on YouTube. If you enjoyed the show, you want to show support, contact WPRK at Rollins College. We thank you so much for rocking with us. Hey, Miss Karyn White, please introduce this next hit record right here and now for the people and take us on out.
All right, you guys. This is Karyn White, Yo Superwoman, singing my new single, You're Gonna Want Me Back. Enjoy.
Right here on Surreal Talk Radio. Peace.
You said that it ain't over, that's pride talking. You say that you don't care, that's fear talking. You say I was wrong, that's pain talking. You say you moved on, that's just game talking. Hey, you're gonna want me back. Oh, you're gonna need me one day. Hey, oh, you're gonna want me back. Hey, you're gonna miss my loving. You tried to spin it, but you're still the same. But I ain't that girl, you know I've changed. I found my rhythm when you played your part. You want history, but not my heart. Hey, you're gonna want me back. Oh, poured you some tea, you had nothing to say. You sat real quiet like the words might hurt. I watched you crumble, stumble, but I stayed alert. You cracked your smile, trying to change the tone. I knew that look, you were already gone. You said don't trip, like you stuck on repeat. I ain't mad, I'm just back on my feet. Hey, you're gonna want me back. Oh, you're gonna need me one day. Hey, oh, you're gonna want me back. Hey, you're gonna miss my loving. Hey, you're gonna want